Okay. My last time, I'm gonna give my opinions on this. I've tried recording this 3 times. Last time. You know what? We're gonna do this right. We're gonna do this right. We're gonna start with the first fight I want to talk about from UFC 309. First fight I want to talk about. It's gonna be on the prelims. You might be asking yourself, what fight are you talking about? Jonathan Martinez, Marcus McGee. Where do I start? Martinez looked like, I'm not gonna be disrespectful. He's an MMA fighter, bantamweight. He's obviously done some good things. I'm not familiar with his game, but if this was the first fight I ever watched, because it was the first fight I ever watched from him, what got you signed? His fight IQ has to be the lowest I've seen on the entire card, at least the lowest fight IQ ever, lowest fight IQ ever. If you hurt someone as bad as he hurt McGee when he kept kicking his legs, why don't you attack his legs? Attack his legs? Because Mr. Martinez here had McGee stumbling around on one leg. One leg McGee was standing on. One leg. Basically the whole third round. Martinez, Mr. Purple Shorts, decides, I'm going to hug him. And that's exactly what he did. He hugged this dude and lost the fight. Just gave up. Just gave up. People say Charles Oliveira's a quitter. That's the biggest version of quitting you can get. You had him hurt like that? Leg kick like that? He was literally hopping on one leg, and Martinez held him against the cage. And what's crazy is, this isn't even what made me the most angry this entire card. That is going to go into the next fight I'm going to talk about. We're going to skip this fight, because who cares? Miss Aura versus Miss Silva. Dana White, if you're listening to me, take Miss Silva's contract now. Take her contract. Take it. Because she doesn't need it. You know what you should give her, Dana? Give her a BJJ match on the International Fight Pass. Because if I ever see her pull guard in an octagon again, she didn't pull guard once. She proceeded to pull guard 3 times in 1 round and get stood up. You are not Charles Oliveira. You can't just lay on your, you can't just for no reason fall on your back. She didn't even get hit. She just fell on her back and laid there. She laid there. She literally just laid there. She fell straight on her back and laid there. She's laid down in missionary in that octagon. She laid down in missionary in that octagon. What a hit for WMMA. Am I right? No, I'm joking. WMA is never going to reach crazy heights. Especially when you have women like Miss Silva pulling guard on a John Jones MSG card? What are we doing? What are we doing? That's the only round we're going to talk about is round 3. Because in round 3, she pulled guard 3 times. She had to make sure she made up for all the other rounds. That fight was a snooze fest. We're done with that. Let's talk about the man of the hour, the industry plant himself, Big Body Bo Nickel. Bo Nickel. This is my humble opinion. Bo Nickel should have took some amateur fights, took some regional professional fights, before he just got thrown into the UFC. Not only was he 6-0 going into this featured fight on a John Jones card, 6-0 gets you a featured fight on a John Jones card against the man, the shit, the legend, Paul Craig. I'm not gonna hate on Paul Craig. I'm not gonna hate on him. But I'm going to hate on him for this fight in particular. And it's crazy, because he looked garbage. He was so bad, he let Mr. Step Back 3 overhand Bo Nickel like he's James Harden, pulling his overhands from the depths of hell to miss. Paul Craig never caught on to that. I'm not an MMA fighter, so it must be something I don't know. But if a man constantly is winging from the depths of hell overhands at me, I don't know. Probably it's just me. I'm not gonna just let him keep doing it. He didn't even try and stop it. He didn't do nothing to try and stop it. He just let Bot Nickel slang overhands from the depths of hell. Shout out Bo Nickel. Shout out Paul Craig. I'm not gonna hate on them. World-class athletes. World-class athletes. But never Dana White. Never make this a feature fight again. Shout out Bo Nickel. Shout out Paul Craig. Now we're gonna talk about main card fight of the night. Not fight of the night. Main card fight of the night. The most entertaining fight I've seen in a minute. The most entertaining fight of the year. The most entertaining fighter. Iron Mike P.D. Chandler. Iron Mike Chandler, man. Where do I begin? You dirty bastard. He's a dirty fighter. Mike Chandler. Mr. Michael Chandler. You're a dirty fighter. He was giving Charles Oliveira's head back shots. And that ref did not care. Mike Chandler got dominated for 4 rounds. But that 5th round was pulled straight out of the WWE playbook. Michael Chandler deadlifting Charles Oliveira on his back and jumping back, doing absolutely nothing. But man, what a spectacle that was. What a spectacle. Michael Chandler had Charles Oliveira looking like it was over. He was about to pull a 4-0 comeback. But once again, Charles Oliveira survives. He was getting hit in the back of the head. We're not going to talk about that. He survives, pulls out the win, still on top, still do Bronx. Arman, Islam, he's coming to lose to you, but he's coming. Michael Chandler, Benoit St. Denis is calling. If you're lucky, Max Holloway's calling. We fuck with you, Iron Mike. But you're never getting that McGregor fight. Give it up. Give it up. Shout out both of them. Now, to the main event between the greatest heavyweight of all time and the second greatest MMA fighter of all time, Jon Bones Jones versus Stipe Miocic. Stipe shouldn't have been in this fight. It was sad to look at. It wasn't as sad as watching Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, but it was quite sad to see. That first round, I didn't even know what to say because it didn't look like Stipe belonged there. He's the heavyweight GOAT, but he didn't look like he belonged. Jon Jones made him look easy. Jon Jones in that first round almost had Stipe out. He almost had he probably should have had Stipe out. Fight went on though. Jon Jones, not the greatest fighter of all time, but man, is he not number 2? Is he not number 2? Man, oh man, Jon Jones, that was a beautiful spinning back kick to the ribs, followed up with some good ground and pound. Won the fight, still heavyweight champion, not undisputed. Tom Aspinall's coming. Aside from the fight, that's not what we're going to talk about this main event. The Jon Jones glazing is about to reach an all-time high. Dana White is about to have this man as pound-for-pound number 1 for beating up this senior citizen, Stipe Miocic. I just don't even know what to say. Because, yeah, Jon Jones beat him. 3rd round TKO. But, man, why was this fight allowed? It's not like Stipe can't think for himself. But can no one think for Dana and tell Dana this fight shouldn't have happened? Who paid $80 for this? If you paid $80 for this to watch Jon Jones beat up on an old, basically retired heavyweight whose last fight he got knocked out by Francis Ngannou, you're a crazy son of a bitch. You're a crazy son of a bitch. You're a crazy son of a bitch. But Joe Rogan is going to also help this Jon Jones glaze because he's Joe Rogan. Gotta love Joe Rogan. But this Jon Jones glaze, he's about to help skyrocket. Who's doing it like Jon Jones, man? Who's doing it like Jon Jones? John Jones isn't even doing it like John Jones. I don't even know what sense that makes. Second greatest fighter of all time. Greatest light heavyweight of all time, for sure. If he doesn't fight Tom Aspinall, we're going to have serious conversations about this man being I don't even know what to say. But what I can say he is a duck. An undisputed duck. Fight Tom Aspinall. Stop claiming you're the undisputed champ. But other than that, shout out John Bones Jones. Still heavyweight champ. Enjoy retirement, Stipe. You know what I mean? Other than that, man, that prelims were great. That main card was a snooze fest. Shout out Bobot Industry Plant Nickel. Fuck Silva. Shout out Iron Mike and Do Bronx. Drug test John Jones. Thanks for watching.